All right. Like episode 1.
It's fine. Oh, one.
Wait, who won last? I won last time.
One. That's a fraud. But it's a bit up to you though. If you win,
Yeah,
you can decide.
I might do this time. Who knows? All right, ready?
Ready.
That was quick. Okay. Fine. Do you want to do it? Should I do it? You doing it? Am I doing it?
I'll be honest.
You don't want to do it, do you?
I forgot to be shoot.
So wait.
I was so confused. I was like, I've won. Yes. I went, wait, rock paper scissors shoot. Oh, I won.
Oh, that's funny.
I completely forgot to go.
Welcome to FlicksnFields, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to FlicksnFields episode dos. Dos? 2. Yeah, that's 2. You know what? I did fail. My teacher told me to take Spanish as GCSE, so that's how my education ended for Spanish. So I don't know why I said those. But anyway, episode 2 of FlicksnFields. Welcome back again. If you're here for the second time, thank you for rejoining us. If you're here for the first time, go watch the first one, then come back, watch this one. Oxygen. Anyway, so basically.
I love that.
All right, so I'm Andrew. This is Callum.
Nice
to meet you guys. Yeah.
So we're going to start a podcast where last weekend we watched the rugby and we went to Box Park in Wembley. It was
so far.
It wasn't that far.
It was so far.
It wasn't.
I was on the train for over an hour and a half.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad. No,
it was that bad.
No, it was like a train and then 2 underground trains. That's fine.
Those are still trains. You said it like it wasn't all trains.
Anyway, when we got there, it was actually pretty good. Apart from waiting 3 hours to get a seat. Which
it was like 10 minutes, okay.
No, I felt it 3 hours. I was fuming.
Okay.
We got there, we scanned the ticket. The woman gave us the cards because we got basically with the table we got
free food.
All £10 free food and 2 free drinks. I was like, alright, sweet, cool. Went in there and they went, go look for a seat that said reserved. And there just wasn't no seat reserved. And I was like, we paid money for this and we've just not got a receipt.
It's fine, we got one in the end.
Yeah, we did. And Manchester gave us, so it was great.
Love it.
2 days, right in the middle as well, so that was pretty good actually.
You know what? That's probably, I wouldn't want to sit too far in front.
No, because your neck would hurt around it. So that's fine.
For anyone that's been to Box Park in Wembley,
yeah, true.
Then you know what it's like. But basically, there's like 3 tables at the front, and then there's 3 tables in the middle, 2 tables at the back. Yeah. But if you're at the front, the screen's kind of high. So it's the equivalent to sitting in the front row at a cinema. Like,
if you go to cinema and sit front row, why are you there? What's the point?
Wait till tomorrow.
Yeah, why are you there? What's the point? Literally dead.
But yeah, so we're just gonna watch it.
Yeah,
my first time. My first time ever watching a rugby game from A to Z.
Okay, cool. Then, so how did you find it?
I liked it.
Watching it, the result, we were watching England, Scotland.
Yeah, love it.
And yeah, we lost completely. In a game where I thought we should have won, especially when in the first 15 minutes we absolutely annihilated them. We got a try-ball conversion. We were doing. I was excited. The crowd was going mad. We were doing little bits, and then just forgot about rugby.
Yeah, it was like halfway through. They went, you know what? We've got enough points.
Yeah. It just actually annoys me because if we would have won that game, we would have closed down Ireland because Ireland have won all their games. They've even won it by a few tries. Basically, if they win, if you win the Six Nations, you play 6 games. If you win all the games, it's a Grand Slam. Really, basically, you win. Basically,
fair.
Which makes sense. But if you get, I think. I'm not sure if I'm right or wrong, but I believe if you win, you get 3 points, I believe.
Okay. So kind of like football?
I believe so, but I could 100% be wrong.
If I'm wrong, if he's wrong, just put like a massive red sticker on his face that says wrong.
This could be hella embarrassing.
If I'm right, I didn't say
it's just basically, I'll be wrong or right, really, but...
True.
And I think it's 3 points, basically, right? It must be more. I think it's more because the maths isn't mathing, because of Ireland on 15 points.
The maths isn't mathing.
Basically, as well, if they win... by a few tries, they'll get bonus points.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously Ireland absolutely annihilated who did they play against?
No idea.
Wales.
Yeah, they played against Wales.
And Chay, you love to hear it?
They literally annihilated Wales. Like they went up like 30-something points ahead of 7. I can't remember what that was, but it was what it was here. But ridiculous. I couldn't believe the score. And then basically they annihilated them. England were going to hopefully smash Scotland, and then it just didn't happen. And then basically now Ireland.
So is Ireland?
Basically, Ireland got 2 more to face, and I'll be very surprised if they don't win it.
So next game is Ireland Scotland.
Yeah, and basically we're now playing to become second. Basically, that's all we do.
Oh, fair.
Yeah, it's kind of dead. It's really tough, but we tried our best. But the thing is, though, I actually enjoyed the atmosphere more. Actually, it's a good atmosphere.
Fair.
And also, the drinks are pretty good. We got a strawberry and lime cider, and that was actually really nice.
I never actually tried it.
And we also had like a Moretti beer. That was nice.
No idea what it was. It's a bad thing. I literally just poured it in a cup and drank it.
Smart,
smooth.
We got 2 jars at me, and it was pretty cool.
PSA, don't pour random drinks in cups and drink it. Just put it out there. But I knew where it came from, so I could. It's fine. Food-wise though.
Side is bang.
You know what?
Side actually bang. Oh my god, please stop.
The best part about Side was watching Andrew have an OCD meltdown because it's on trays and not in a box.
Right, no, this is actually fair. When me and Andrew got there, we came with 8 people. 4 of our mates decided for us. We stayed at the table, and they came back with these trays. Like takeaway food comes back with even boxes really, like chicken in boxes or pizza in boxes, just in general boxes, right? They came back with school trays with the chicken just on them. And I hated it so much. It's the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. I would have went somewhere else. It could be like a Michelin star meal, and I would not have eaten it. Literally, you pull up, but
have you not seen those 5-star restaurants that will give you a 6-month experience?
Yeah.
This was a restaurant in box park. Why is my food on the tray?
Box in the name. Why is there no box? Like, come on.
You know what?
Like, seriously.
Fair play.
But no one, it's basically, me and Andrew went up to get it, right? Mm-hmm. And we went, please, just give us a box.
He looks confused.
He was like, I was like, it's a box, weird otherwise.
He looked so confused about for a box.
When we came back though, we walked past people and they were hating us so hard.
I liked it though. I like the fact that everyone looked at me and was like, yeah, how to get a box? I was like, I'm just we
asked.
Literally, ask a question.
Yeah.
But yeah, rugby altogether. You know what? As much as I know that the first episode we said what sports we're gonna cover.
Yeah.
Rugby was one of them. I still wasn't 100% sold on rugby.
That's right.
Because it was like, in my head, it was very much like American football. It was a kind of the same sport. Wow. So different.
That's tough.
In the way that rugby was the origin, American
that's
a spin-off kind of thing. But I wasn't sold on because 1, I didn't know how the point system works.
Yeah, that's fair.
2, I didn't realise how quick it is.
Yeah, right, it is. And the thing is, for me, the best thing about rugby compared to the main sport I watch is football, but it's the referees. They are respected so much in that sport, in a sense of, if that referee says, that's not foul, that's not foul, that is, they go, alright, fine, I didn't go with it. In rugby. But football, that's not a foul. Everyone's there once. I can't even say it, but I do it myself. I was at a football game last night at Southend. I don't like the ref. Ref wasn't my favourite. He messed up a lot of calls, but it's just the way of how football is. You shout at the ref when he makes bad decisions.
It's part of the culture.
But in rugby, the respect is so high. They go, the ref said this, ref said that, and then it's just, cool, play on. There's nothing at all. My brother has recently got into rugby himself.
Okay.
And he's playing 2 or 3 games.
He's actually playing?
He's played a real game. We went to watch him.
So cool.
I watched him once play. And basically, we went there, and he literally, the ref would say something, all the kids would fully respect it, and then the coach backs the ref. The coach says, yeah, that's fine, go on from there. Mm-hmm. And it's seeing the respect in rugby, for me, I think personally, makes for me that sport much better, because if all these adults can go literally nuts, so aggressive with each other, and they can switch on the matureness and go, yeah, that's fine. Compared to
gentleman's sport.
Yeah.
Gentleman's sport.
Is it 100%? Should we move on to the next segment? Would you rather? What one have you got this week? What is your would you rather?
Okay. So mine for this week is, would you rather be the best player at the sport you hate the most, or be the worst at the sport you love the most? So ain't being football. Don't know what your worst sport is. When you refuse to watch it, it's pointless.
Watching,
or but if you obviously, for this, would you rather be the best player in that sport you hate the most? So you're doing the rest of your life.
I don't like watching.
Or the worst. And when I say worst, I mean they scream at you, they make chants about how bad you are, kind of thing.
I couldn't.
I feel what? You wouldn't want to be on the starting 11 at Man United, but you're the worst.
No, there's not. I don't even know I can't even know what my least favourite sport is. It might be a question or something. Say dead like that.
Like a what?
A question.
Oh, like horse riding.
Horse riding thing. That's dead like or polo or something.
So you wouldn't want to be the best in the world at polo?
But what I'm saying is though, if I might make bread doing that though. Dance on a horse, I look like an idiot. I make bread doing it.
I actually don't know how much questions make.
Not a clue, but
enough to take care of a
I'm
horse.
the best of the best. I can jump over a horse.
Yeah.
Not jump over a horse. Jump over a fence.
I fully agree with you. Do you know if you just moved past it, I would have said fine, but
Yeah.
fair.
Do you know
So-
what reminds me? Have you seen the Saturday Night with Kevin Hart and Snoop Dogg? And
No.
the horse, basically, there's a horse. Must be a question, just dancing. And I assume.
Oh, I've seen it in this
I
horse
assume.
walking.
Yeah.
Ah, that's so cool.
Snoop Dogg says, yes, I need that horse in the video.
Do you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if one day you see Snoop in like a cowboy hat. Because you know all the artists have got cowboy. Even Beyonce's got cowboy now.
Yeah. She's got an album, hasn't she? That's crazy.
I don't think she's got an album yet, but I think it's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah.
Like, do you know what? I kind of like the song. Like, it's very
Shout out
catchy.
to Hard actually.
It's very catchy.
Is it really?
Like, it's one of the ones that's kind of
It'll be on
sticks to
TikTok,
the
isn't it? Be on TikTok.
It's on TikTok already. There's so
Of
many
course it is.
dances and
Of course it
everything.
is.
Like, TikTok's the quickest app in the world. But yeah, so
Ridiculous.
you wouldn't want to be the greatest question. So you want to be the greatest question over being Man United starting 11.
I can't. For me, obviously, if you're Man United starting 11, you're actually going to be like that.
Yeah, but
I think if you're at a sport you love and you're actually rub like so bad at it, you're not going to love the sport. I don't care what. I think they're saying the question. I think I would. I think I would be the best question I want to be.
okay.
What would you do? What would you say you would do? I think.
You know what? Yeah, I don't care. Scream at me, hate me. I'll start 11.
Yeah, but how's that? But you're not good though. You're actually like
That's
you're
fine.
causing the team to lose. Like,
I get paid.
nah, that's how I know anyway. So it's all good. He is. Oh.
Chelsea be like when signing anyone.
Okay.
I made a football joke.
For I got them from rugby.
Yep.
And said, have you seen a new thing on Netflix called Full Contact?
No.
So basically, that is the Six Nations last year.
Yep.
Was filmed by Netflix, and Netflix filmed it with all the best players. The best player in Italy, England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland, all them teams were filmed, and all their players were filmed in how their game was that week 1, week 2, week 3. Basically, all the 6 weeks were all filmed, and basically
Also, it's an in-depth one where they follow them and everything.
pretty much sort of yes and no. So some I followed, some I followed, but in an 8 episode thing, and they asked more questions. How did it go? Why did this happen? I think someone got sent off. Maybe described it, but they almost show you. I think it was like a team per week, and then the last 2 weeks were the finals. But they almost showed you how it's the training, the team talk, the discussions, half-time team talks. It was quite cool because you're watching rugby, but you're watching more than rugby in a sense. I think that's what I love. To be fair, I've watched a lot of these series.
So it's kind of like one where you get to actually know the players, get to know.
Oh, 100%.
sport,
Yeah,
like,
you
the
learn
people behind the sport.
Yeah, 100%. But that's a bit like there's so many sports out there that they do it. I think there's definitely there's a golf one with Full Swing where they do the PGA Tour.
I ain't seen that.
And basically all the golfers basically are on just talking about how they're doing through the PGA Tour.
Sure.
And that one's pretty much, for my opinion, that's much better in the sense of because it's so individualistic in that sport of golf. It's one person.
One second.
You learn
Is that a word?
individualistic.
I've never heard it.
I find it's an individual sport, and
If that's wrong, no. I'm calling out everything now because it's entertainment.
To be fair, I might be wrong. I'm not gonna lie to you.
If it's right, just say I'm
It's like
wrong.
one nil saying.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
No, that's fair. But I think there's something was even on Amazon Prime or Nothing series. I think the ones that I'm watching.
All or nothing. I feel like I've heard about it.
Basically, they go to sports teams. Basically, they've done it since like 2018 with Man City.
Okay.
They've done Spurs in lockdown. The most recent one. No, sorry, not this season. This season before was Arsenal, and then last season I'm pretty sure it was Newcastle. So basically, they go to their team, they film the training, they talk to the manager, talk to the players, and basically go through the entire season and see how they react to stuff. So how they react to different setbacks, forward backs. But sometimes they're in the manager's room. And I know there's definitely Dele Alli has had a conversation with Mourinho in the Tottenham Hotspur game that went viral. He basically said to him, I don't need you to be the man of the match every single game, but if you do this and this or score a goal here and there, you can be good. Because he said, I think in a few years, you're going to look back in your career and feel like it's wasted.
Fair.
And in all fairness, that has technically happened.
No idea what Dele Alli is.
But respect Dele Alli, he had an interview with Gary Neville, and he had a tough upbringing, and mental health was tough. And fair play to him, he's done well within himself. I would.
Good friend then.
No, he's done well. Honestly, he's done well. And then the other one that is compared to the Netflix ones and the All or Nothing ones, there is Disney Plus with Wrexham.
You know what? that is what I've seen. It sounds bad. I've only seen the one where like the actor and whoever.
What is he?
John McAleen.
Yeah, he's an actor.
Is he actually as well?
He's
he is.
Sunny.
Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
I've only seen clips of that show.
It's tough though because I think they've done like 3 seasons of that, and they were in 2 seasons with the same league as Southend. So my local team, Southend, I've been following them since 2014, but 8, 9, no. Jesus, that's 10 years. Wow, that's crazy. But I've been following them for years. They're in the National League, and Wrexham were in the same league. Okay. They got bought out by Ryan and Rob. And
were you at the game for them?
Yeah, but I've been up for all the games against Wrexham. So it's like you see the fact. To be fair, watching the series, you can see how the Wrexham fans are great. Get behind them. They are good fans. They're not. Compared to most fans at football grounds, there has been some fans I can tell you I very much dislike. And others, like I don't like York City. They helped out when Southend were going through a bad time. They helped us out and paid for some of the staffs. Okay. So props to York City. But back to Wrexham. What's quite good though is that you've seen that team progress through the season. So first season in the National League, they filmed basically did great. Second season, they've been promoted. So you see them get promoted to the best, and then do you remember Ben Foster? Yeah, he played for them and did Suck and GK and did the save. Took that save, it went well. But yeah, that's it really.
I have a question about that. Bob. How do you feel about like actors or like comedians, whatever, buying football teams, like becoming the owners? Because I heard something. I don't know if it will ever happen, but I heard something kind of out there. That The Rock wanted to buy a team, and obviously, what's that?
What's that?
But then obviously, like you have Wrexham with Ryan and.
I think if you're going to do it in the right place at the right time, that with Rob and Ryan, they're not just celebrities. They've been to the games. They understand the community. They did. If you watch the thing, they did all these calls with the Wrexham community. They really well. I think if you're going to be a celebrity going into a football club or even actually any team, you've got to understand that you're actually the owner. You want to affect the team and make that team better. In these type of businesses, they're not a business that make you money. They're a business where you buy into the community and the community goes with you and then you make that community better. With this Wrexham team, they've had a good team around it, the stadium much nicer, and the return area, and obviously that basically made Wrexham more of a united community. Okay. And they moved on from there, which again, I write them for that. But I don't like The Rock. I think there was rumours he went to our Southend and do the same thing Ryan Reynolds did. But I think, for me, I personally, I don't think that's good enough. I think you need to be.
He's in it for the wrong reason, kind of thing.
Yeah. Unless if you have no connection to that club, find connections to that club that can help you out. So you're the guy with the money or the fame and stuff, but you need people around you that understand the club and do this to the club. So it isn't just a business to do. So it actually means like more to anything else. Okay. That's what I would say.
So I would say this episode, which we've kind of just been doing for a while now. Yeah. Fair. The main focus of it was obviously our rugby, our football, but the one I was talking about most was like racing and F1 and that kind of thing. So
that is like the F1 with Drive to Survive. That we were just talking about the documentary.
That's what I'm gonna ask whether there's any That's what I'm gonna ask whether there's any. You did say Drive to Survive earlier. Yeah, I was gonna ask what that one was about.
Basically, that is exact as I explained with the rugby one, going through the Six Nations. Yeah. The F1 one is basically through the season. All the countries they go to, they basically interview the drivers and they basically say how they've gone. And sometimes they go into the personal life, sometimes they don't. But basically, they film on the weekends, practice.
Also, like they're in their lives. Like.
Yeah, they are not always matter what they do, but they are filming them every time they're on an F1 track or they're doing something to them.
Oh, okay. I thought when you said like Saturdays and Sundays, I thought you meant like when they're at home.
Oh, sorry. Saturdays and Sundays for me is when they're racing. Sorry. Oh, okay. That's what I meant. But it's been like for the last 6 seasons, and basically, I believe for F1 it's been great help with fans, connect with the fans because of you now learn the drivers why you drive the drivers. Instead of saying, the way they drive, this and that, they actually learn you like them because of this. And I think it's driven more fans to F1. Mm-hmm. Some fans may not like that they bring in Netflix fans towards F1, but
fans are fans.
I think it's the same thing with the boxing, with the influence. I think you're bringing eyes to the sport, which I think if that's happening, you kind of avoid that. In my personal opinion, I don't think you can.
Do you think? I know we're kind of getting off the F1 sports, but boxing. Let's go into that for a second. So, do you think that influencer boxers are actually boxers? Because in my opinion, I don't think they are. Like some of them could maybe hold their own, but I feel like their dedication to the sport isn't the same. So in my head, I don't really see them as like boxers, like what I imagine when I think of a boxer.
I'm tough. I'm a tough team because when they're fighting, and the best ones are fighting, you can tell that is a good fight. You can see they have put their effort in. Like obviously the big one, KSI. Yeah. You can see from when he was started to when he is now. He has put the effort in. He has probably put the effort in. Even with I think he's an idiot, but Jake Paul. I can't stand him, but you've got to put props in. Fair play. He's had that many fights. He's done it under the pressure. And for what he was, do you remember when KSI? I don't know fighting. Like he's improved. He's done well.
He wants to be a fighter.
Like, but then I think with Logan Paul, he's actually a wrestler now. He's a professional wrestler.
Do you know what? I love the fact you said that because I've been seeing so many posts about how people need to give him his flowers now because he's put in the work. He is. The top, what's it called? The top rope with Ricochet.
Oh, ridiculous. Let's give some context. If you put the clip in here,
please, just like
if not, basically it was WWE ring. They were in the ring, both opposite each other, and they basically were. It might be Money in the Bank.
I think Money in the Bank. I think it was one of them. It was one of them.
They basically just jumped. They both jumped at the same time on the ropes, and they just jumped each other and just bang.
It was like close at each other. That's the first time I've seen anyone do that.
Well, yes and no.
What?
There is one back in the day. If you can find this as well, impressive. If not, it's fine. There is where sort of the same, where Jeff Hardy was in a ladder match versus Edge, and basically Jeff Hardy falls, and then Edge jumps through the air and spins. In mid-air. It's incredible. I don't forget, I was very, very young.
Okay, real quick, sorry. I'm going to forget about this, but for my own thing when I watch this back, just put it here so I can watch it, because I'm going to forget.
Obviously, you can't find it, obviously, but it's a very, very... But do you... I know this is a complete off topic, but do you count WWE as a sport?
Yeah.
You do?
You know what, yeah, because as much as it's like fake, there's still like... I know...
That time,
is that learning that... for any kids under let's say 10, close your ears.
Go on then.
It's like the same thing as like when you find out Santa's not real or like the tooth fairy or that kind of thing. Because it's like a bubble burst and you're like, So I've been watching people for years thinking they're getting thrown into ladders and stuff and they're fine.
The lie, for me, what was worse is I watched wrestling in the last, I think we watched it 4 years ago. Yeah. For like a present that got. And we got really good tickets. Mm-hmm. And I was like,
you actually won?
I actually went to the O2. Really good tickets. We sat really close, and these weren't the best wrestlers there were. There was the tag team, and you could really see it was fake. I was that close thinking, this has almost ruined it for me.
I feel like
you could see the person throwing a punch, and like, it ain't even near him. Like, it's like, wow. But obviously, then do you think, back in the day, were they just that good, or was it perspective?
I think it's perspective.
I don't really care. I don't want to know, really. but honestly, recently, I've really enjoyed. I've almost got back into it since. I don't know, but CM Punk came back.
I remember CM Punk.
The Solo series
with the X's on the bandages.
But from that moment, really, I kept in touch with WWE a little bit before, but not that much. But recently, I'd say from that to WrestleMania in April, I will probably watch it. So I'm quite invested in that, I'd say, in some of the storylines and some.
Okay, so like same way everyone has a favorite team or like favorite football team, favorite F1 team.
I know you would ask, wouldn't you?
Of course. Who is your favorite wrestler out of the current roster right now? Who stands above the rest?
The best wrestler there is, and the best character, is Roman Reigns, without a shadow of a doubt. Fair. He's had the championship for like...
Yeah, that's without like Superman punches come out of nowhere.
Ridiculous. I think Cody Rhodes is great, but to finish his story and all that different stuff. I think that will be a fight. The Rock's come back, and it's just.
Do you know what? Okay, I know. We keep switching, and that's what this is. So, but The Rock, people that do that, people that go out and come back in. So John Cena, The Rock, people that leave. I don't want to call them that because. But yeah, who that leave and come back? Yeah. Do you still think they should be given the same level of like opportunity as who that have stayed in, that have like worked it? Because if you're there day in, day out, and obviously I know you're putting your time to get where you are.
Well, Roman Reigns, he fights like 6 times a year.
Does he?
Since earning the championship, he fights like 6 times a year. Yes, he did have cancer, 2 and he retired and came back. So he beat fair play, he did really, really well. But he only fights 5 times a year. But I think now, I'm in a way of, I don't think John Cena can come back now.
What?
No, sorry, come back and win a championship.
Oh, yeah.
Unless he wins it because of the record. Ric Flair currently has 17 world titles. I'm pretty sure John Cena has the same. So obviously, if John Cena wins the world title again, he becomes all-time world champion.
But I doubt he's going to leave acting like that and just come back for that long.
The thing is, the only reason he came back properly, same as The Rock, the last couple of months, in the sense of the writer strike. Obviously, that happened. Obviously, everything stopped.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, they can't change their face, their hair, all their stuff. They can't get injured because of the film. Obviously, they could then. So that's how it's changed. But yeah, Jesus, completely that wasn't it. Yeah. But I'm a softie at heart. I start collecting all the wrestlers when I was younger.
I was into that. For me, collecting wise, so I know it's going to be like you're going to seriously, but my collecting wise was for football. Mine was Match Attacks. I was into that differently. No, but I told you, I had the book, I had every page filled out. Like I had them in the little sleeve. I loved it.
For me, I absolutely smashed 2010 World Cup. In 2010 World Cup, I absolutely smashed.
I got one.
To be fair though, the best one we ever had of this, right? This is so wild, I can't even remember now. But when I was younger, I knew about 2010 World Cup. My childminder had a son that worked at Tesco's. Oh no, I think actually it was her son's girlfriend worked at Tesco's.
That's a long way.
I know it is, but basically, I saw my childminder every day from school, and I was really close to her son. Basically, he was obviously old, but we just played him and stuff. It was all good. But his girl, one day, I was told to come into the room, basically, close my eyes and hold my arms out. And basically, they brought in like 7 boxes of Match Attacks. Of like, and I literally,
I would have passed out.
The feeling I was like 8, I was up with this best thing ever. Literally,
I would have passed out.
We got all the cards. I could bring the entire deck. You know, like 100 clubs, all that.
Oh,
I got 101.
I would be so angry.
What's that?
Like, as the guy that didn't get that, the inner kid in me is so angry right now. I would have had to rob you.
To be fair, I'm pretty sure.
I would have had to steal it.
I'm pretty sure that I've still got it at home. I'm pretty sure. If I steal it.
It's coming. I'm probably sure I'll come to your house and take it home with me. Just for nostalgia vibes. But yeah, honestly, loved it. Because I got to the point where like I had a neighbor who was like 2 houses away from me.
Okay, fair enough.
I used to trade him constantly. Truth be told, I was so scared of his dog. But it's fine. Like, genuine. No, because you have to understand. Like, when I was younger, my dog in Ghana hunted me. Like, I was prey. And didn't love it. Like, genuinely, to the point where like, I was really young. I was in Ghana.
Stop.
So you're just laughing at my pain. Fine. Just laugh at my trauma. Like, okay. Go on, finish up. Go on. You done? Are you finished? No. Yeah, okay.
I just imagine
Okay.
You get changed
Okay.
But to be fair, I can imagine, since my dogs though, you saw my dog.
Nah, but your dogs just don't like me. They genuinely saw me and went, nah.
Literally, but you got to explain properly. When I first got my dogs, Andrew came to my house, and I basically, my dogs bark at anyone in the house.
Yeah.
But I didn't really tell him that, really. I just went, I've got to feed him and stuff. I went into the house, opened the door, and the dogs just went barking at Andrew. And obviously, Andrew's like the biggest fan of dogs, but he's okay with them. And just step backwards when he gets the door. And obviously, that's the worst thing you do to dogs.
Well, I didn't
know. But obviously, Andrew didn't know. He knows it's just a step in the back. What we're going to do about it.
No, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, they're fine with me now, but it was just, I'm going to tell you about that kind of thing. Just
honestly, so like, it goes to the point where none of my family helps. Like, just like, help me. Like, they just let me get chased. And it's like, seriously, I'm a child. Help me. Like, But yeah, what's the point of this again? Oh yeah, the Match Attacks. So basically, it got to the point where when I told you this guy's dog was scary, like I wouldn't come inside the house. Like I would be at the door and he'd be like, "What do you want to trade?" I'm like, "Yeah, this one." I just put it in a letterbox or something. Right?
No,
I was not going inside.
No,
I wasn't going inside.
You posted Match Attacks. How did you get that? Did you just post it back?
No. He gave me the one I wanted.
At the window.
Like I knew which one he had, and he would trade it from ours. When he come to my house, and he was 2 doors down. It doesn't count as post. It's just trading between wood and metal and whatever.
No, but you put it in the letterbox. That's not
and.
What dog was it? Do you know what dog it was?
No, what I remember is that I barked
a little chow out. I was like,
do you know what it was? I don't want to know.
No, the brand. No, you couldn't take it. No.
In my head,
it's a big German Shepherd.
Yeah,
100%.
In my head, it's like Scooby-Doo level intelligent. Like, it's like 10 foot tall. Like, it would eat me in one go kind of thing.
Fair.
That's what I'm going to say it was.
Okay.
But yeah, we got off topic.
Yeah. This week was supposed to be about F1.
Yeah.
In the sense of, as this Saturday, well, whenever this comes out, it might be Saturday before, the F1 season starts.
Yep.
So this episode we'll talk about some of our favourite auto car films. That's it. Or like F1 films, driving films. We're gonna say. And that'll be the first part, and then the second part we'll get our producer Chay, who's basically an F1 expert, to come in and basically we're gonna talk about F1, how he got into it, how I got into it. We can get Andrew into it. Hopefully, maybe to the fantasy football, fantasy F1. And then maybe get you a team. If you choose a certain team, I'll be very happy with you.
I might just be a glory hunter, because why not?
Nah. Dead. Anyway,
you know what? Talking about like driving films.
Yeah,
like you were gonna say, because great man.
It's tough. I think it's tough. What would you say your favourite one is?
You know what? Like it's come out last year. Don't know if everyone's seen it. If you haven't, it was like I feel like it was kind of a small release.
Yeah.
I didn't see like crazy amount of adverts for it.
To be fair, I thought I've known it was saying. So I can let you know.
Fair.
I know I think it is, but I'm not sure.
But yeah, so we went to go see this together actually.
Okay.
So it was Gran Turismo.
Underrated film, honestly. Underrated. Because I thought
from the storyline,
yeah.
To then find out one is a true story.
Oh, that was incredible. That was so good.
By the way, PSA, spoilers.
Yeah,
right. If you stayed, that's your business. Yeah. So basically, it's like from being this kid that's stolen driving simulators.
Yeah.
To go into like, you're scouting for this team.
But properly as well.
Like, but the thing that like no one else really made it like that, and he was putting the work, putting the effort.
I think even seeing
like,
progression as well. The progression. What's the action? I'm rubbish at this.
The actor's name?
Stranger Things. These are the policeman from Stranger Things.
David Harbour.
There we go. David Harbour.
He. Oh yeah, that's
incredible in that because of he was brutally honest with the driver.
Yeah.
They basically got to this and then get past the train and do that stuff. And honestly, for me, it was personally a very good film. I went into it thinking it's gonna be a boring driving film.
Fair. Because you know what it is for me is when you don't see them post it everywhere. You don't see the billboards.
Yeah.
And I feel like I saw like one or two buses of it on like when I'm leaving work or something.
Yeah, but I think that is when we really knew we saw it because we go to cinema quite a lot.
That's true.
We both got cinema passes and we just go because we just love
maybe half an addiction.
It's fine. We pass it.
It's
but it's fine. But I think we only saw it really because of some of the posters in there and one or two trailers really.
Yeah.
But even the trailers I would have said didn't look the best.
Yeah.
But it was honestly, if you've not seen it, I would fully recommend seeing it because of it's a film that you think it's gonna be okay, but it's actually much better.
Like honestly, even like down to the graphics of it, like there's a scene where he's driving and like the car like not explodes, but like you see all the parts of the car and there's like him back in his room. Like
oh my god, going around it.
Yeah, but it's
my god,
the thing that you know what is just occurred to me, which might be kind of bad, because the movie came out time ago, but it was a complete circular like thing. Because in the first scene when he's in his room, you see the car coming around him and pretends like he's driving.
Oh yeah.
But in the last scene, you see him like you see the car go out and back to his room.
Yeah, that's
kind of show how he's come from one to the other. First of all, directorially,
props.
That word?
Props. Yeah, that works.
Is that a word?
Props to the director. We can't talk to that.
Yeah. We can't talk to the director. Like he did his thing. Honestly, that was
actually really impressive. Really, hang on, for me then, bit different side. Again, did come out last year, but more down to the actor and the storyline of it was Ferrari with Adam Driver.
Ooh.
I think that film didn't maybe get as much props as it may have should have done.
I really did like it though.
But it was for me, it was really a film where it was about the driving Ferrari in that time. Mm-hmm. Also, it was more of a storyline.
Do you know what? That's what I was going to say. That's a great point because I was literally like, as much as Gran Turismo was very driving heavy, like it was very like it was about the driving and the story was a side plot. I feel like Ferrari, because they knew how big Ferrari is as a brand in general, so they made the story the main like storyline, so to say. Made the driving like part of it, but kind of a side story. Like it wasn't the main focus of it.
I think the best thing, even actually about the Gran Turismo, is that at the end they show you what you just watched in real
life. I
was like, that was so cool.
Yeah,
I enjoyed that, but I think there's some. Let's go back to Ferrari. There's some scenes where you're almost anticipating what's going to happen. There was spoilers technically. There was a crash scene where you think you're gonna get. There's basically there's a random family, just a random family they've not seen in the entire film.
Yeah.
You're thinking, oh, well, what's going to happen? And then you basically see this little kid run out, and then all you're thinking is,
The little kid's gonna get
little kid's dead. And then that's just not what happens. I'm pretty sure the car flips and just takes out.
Yeah, it takes out a bunch. Yeah.
And you're in your head, you're thinking, oh, that kid's dead. That's unfortunate. Like, that's really
I'm pretty
upsetting.
sure I said that to you in the cinema.
Yeah.
Probably should talk in the cinema.
Oh, right.
But
Go for it.
honestly, if you don't hear me talk, go
yeah,
to
exactly. I agree.
We're gonna get hate for that, but it's fine.
Ah,
Anyway, but yeah, so essentially that crash happens, and you're like, you're dumbfounded because you're
surprised.
screen going,
Jeez.
like that's not what I thought. And but honestly, that was top tier movie.
I was really. Yeah,
Adam Driver was so good.
Yeah, he was.
As is that obviously his surname was Ferrari? What's his first name?
Enzo.
I think he's
Enzo.
Yes, I did say Enzo.
He didn't.
No, I was like,
you got it wrong. No, you got it wrong.
I don't want to get wrong.
You got it wrong. You liar.
Fair.
But yeah, so honestly, that has to be top two. If you haven't seen them,
again, 100% agree.
Like, if you haven't seen them, like, and you're gonna go watch them, be like, you inspired us, yay!
Yeah.
Or like,
tell us what you think, innit? If you think we're wrong, then you're wrong. But it's cool.
but also tell us what movies you loved in that genre.
Yeah. So look, we know there's other films that we probably.
Because honestly, I'm trying to think.
There's two films I can think of I have not seen, but I know it's good.
What films you think?
Rush in 2013 with Chris Hemsworth. I've half seen it. I think it's Chris Hemsworth.
I feel like I've heard of it.
I really love that movie.
Yes, that's and there's also Ford vs Ferrari.
Do you know what? I need to see that too.
Like Man 66.
66.
Yeah, that one.
That's also the race Jan Marlboro one, who
that's Gran Turismo. Jan Marlboro. I couldn't remember his name.
So you know when we say after Chay,
literally, if it's not racing,
he knows that one of this.
Le Mans, the 24 Hours of Le Mans was the race Jan got his podium in.
Oh,
Fair.
very cool. So yeah, for all.
But yeah, so in terms for Rush and Ford vs Ferrari, do me a favour, put Rush here, and then put Ford vs Ferrari here.
He hates us.
I'm just making it fine stuff. Anyway, so there's that one. But then, you know what? I was about to say something else about the movies, but I realized I can't think of no more racing movies.
Fair.
But in terms to outside of movies, back to real sport.
Real sport. Okay.
Real sport. You know what? I'm gonna ask you a question because I know nothing about them, and I need to know the names. If you said I want to pick one, I need to know the names. I need to know the drivers. I need to know the names. So you know what? Let me pull up the timer real quick. Yeah, 100%.
Can I have two timers? One for the team, one for the. Well, I'm gonna do all of them at once.
You know what?
So I'm gonna be a benchmark, and I think Chay's gonna smash it right after in part two. Probably.
In part two. So I'll give you 30 seconds, and you give me as many. Let's go drivers. And by the way, Chay, you might love this, might hate this. Sorry, but can you put a list of them? And if you get them wrong, just like put a line through it or like make them red or something like that if you can.
30 seconds. It's too late. You can put a timer on here as well. So
okay. So 3, 2, 1. Go.
Hamilton, Russell, Leclerc, Sainz, Stroll, Alonso, Max, Perez, Piastri, Max. Oh my God, what's his name? Oh my God. Bottas, Guan Yu.
Running out of time.
Oh my God.
10 seconds.
Lando Norris. Oh my God. Ocon.
3,
Gasly.
2, 1, and you failed. I really didn't give him a target, so I don't really feel that.
Oh my God, no, that's so.
That was out of time. That was out of time, though. You got it wrong. Like, you failed.
Oh my God, Sergeant, you mug. Oh my God, there's some.
How many did you think?
Under pressure is crazy.
How many do you think you named?
I named 2, 4, 6.
Like you're counting it like.
No, sorry, like teams.
Oh, okay.
So that's what I was going for. My brain just went dead. I got stuck on Lando Norris for like 10 seconds.
I was gonna say that's like even I know.
Well, because I could see his face. I thought him Mac. My brain was dead.
Well.
That's how Mac was happening.
Did you? He said Max
bet.
Verstappen twice.
Oh yeah, because of
take one away.
No. I wanted to call Lando Max, but that's fine. I think I got like 10. I think, but that's embarrassing. That's so embarrassing.
Well, that was correct.
Oh, Gasly as well.
That's still. That's still out of time. But anyway, now that we have a relative benchmark, and me and my uncle and myself stopped counting because I got bored. So please just put a number here above his head. Well, that's your business.
Fair.
So that is the end of part 1.
Yeah.
We'll move on to part 2 with our producer Chay, who will smack your record easily.
100%. 100%.
And Yeah,
Perfect.
that's the end of part one.
No, how are we in frame?
I'm gonna make future me's life really difficult. Yeah, have that future me.
That was so unnecessary.
Have that future me.
I love the way he's treating him like he's not still gonna be here.
He's like, I hate you so much.
He's gonna be like,
Damn you, harsh Chay.
okay,
Such an arsehole.
Can you check?
okay, back with part 2 of episode 2. Just too many twos, but it's fine.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, yeah.
Introduce
Producer Chay. So this is the voice you're hearing behind the camera. The reason why we have stuff pop up and I just want stuff here, stuff appears here, is magical. Like Chay, put a rainbow in my hand. So in reality, there's no rainbow.
He hates you so much.
He could act like
I'm behind you. He hates you so much.
I have no idea what he's gonna put here. He could just say no and just like not put anything there.
Yeah.
But put a rainbow in my hand. Anyway, this is
put a rainbow now.
this is the you know what? Put a pile of money in my hand. That's what I want. But yeah, this is the man behind the camera, the man behind the magic.
Yes.
Mr. Chay himself, producer Chay.
Yes, I'm the guy who does all the technical stuff behind the scenes.
Yeah, we just sit here and talk. Anyway,
Yeah,
so
we got that.
yeah, Chay. Let me ask you the basic question. We did say this is gonna be about F1.
Okay.
How did you get into it? Because it's a big sport.
Yeah.
Oh my god. How long have I been watching F1 for even?
Especially.
I probably got into it around, I'd say when I was like quite a little kid actually. I think the first ever, season I watched, or just race I watched was I might have been like 2007, 2008, around that
Doing
time.
it 2007, 2008.
I've been like 5.
Yeah, I was like 6. Wow, I was a
I've
child.
not been 5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've been 4.
The maths was. Do you know what? Okay, preface. I'm a year older than him, so I didn't do the maths. I just went 1 year up. I can do maths. Like,
Are you sure? I went quickly, right?
or was it 2007?
2007,
So yeah, I was 5.
2008,
Yeah,
sometime around there.
that's crazy.
Yeah,
Do you remember the first race you watched?
Oh my! All I remember is
What's like your first memory of F1? First memory.
all I remember is it was I think it was some I can't remember the exact race, but I remember I think it might have been Lewis Hamilton getting his 3rd ever win. I can't remember what
Ever win?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah.
No, but like.
Well, he made his debut
You
in
mean
2007.
Paul? Yeah, I know, it's crazy. No, it's just.
It was definitely around that time.
Yeah.
Maybe I remember his first driver I was introduced to was basically Lewis Hamilton back in his McLaren, back in his race for McLaren.
McLaren was a team.
Long day is going to be in it.
Go on.
It's been a long day. Andrew can just zone out now.
I'll just take a nap. Wake up when it's done.
But yeah, it's definitely around that time. I think the first full season I watched, or at least watched the majority of, was I think it was 2009 Jenson Button championship year Raw GP. But that was definitely as early as I can remember watching F1.
Mhm.
I think the first time I was properly into it was during the 2010, 2013 Sebastian Vettel dominating it. And
You have no idea who he is. The audio listener have 0 idea.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm just struggling. Like, yeah.
There's no
It's
idea.
like, yeah.
Oh, that was crazy.
Yeah, as they always will about the Vettel era of dominance. I think that era of 2010 to like 2013, there was like some of the best racing in Formula One at the time.
Fair. Yeah, it's fair.
Definitely, like
Fair. Sorry, my brain it was meant to pay attention. Like,
It's meant to pay attention. No way you said that. What?
No. I
The
just think,
interview and so you got no I attention to that.
no. What I'm saying is, I started looking at the camera, and for people watching on YouTube, you know I was looking at you. So when that finished, my brain didn't register it finished. Anyway, so we know. Okay, so that's how you got into it. The Veil era of domination.
That's how
Vettel, Veil, same thing.
Vettel.
Vettel, whatever.
Doesn't with me. It's like no
You know what? They call Mr. V. That's his name now. I ain't trying names anymore. Anyway, all right. So we know how you got into it, and obviously we said you're going to set the benchmark for what we know
Yeah.
about F1.
Previously, yeah.
So I don't think I asked you this prior to part 2, but how did you get into F1?
For me, mine was a wind-up, in all fairness to you.
It was a wind-up.
So basically, I've been friends with Chay for 4 or 5 years now.
Roughly.
No. That's crazy.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
Wow.
So a long time.
It is. Basically, we've been friends since college. And I knew Chay loved cars. That's what I knew Chay liked. And I know F1. And I think I called the F1 back end of 21 season.
Like,
2021 season.
Roughly around
It was like-
the latter half.
It was like 5 or 6 races to go, max.
Yeah.
And I could see that. And I think I could see Chay posting this story about Max Verstappen first win. And I was like, oh, he's annoying now. What's the point? And basically, I could see.
I'm going to correct you with the edit. I'm going to correct you with the edit.
I'm just going to cut your sound out. Just be correct.
21, isn't it?
Wait, you mean
You know what? Don't tell me.
First world title was
Just-
21.
Oh, okay, yeah. That's what you meant.
That's what I meant.
Yeah,
So,
okay.
not his first physical win, I think his first title win, sorry.
I was really hoping you were wrong.
No, I might have said it wrong, but mentally correct. But basically, the thing is that Hamilton and Max were so close. Neck and neck was going to win the title. And to be fair, near the end, instead of the last race in Abu Dhabi, was Abu Dhabi the last race?
Abu Dhabi, yeah.
Before that race, Hamilton won 2 races. And I remember sitting in my kitchen.
What do you mean?
Basically, there's races every weekend or every other weekend.
Okay.
Stuff. But Hamilton had to win the last 3 races to win the championship. It would have been his 8th championship. It would have been all-time, well, technically.
Yeah,
one of the all-time
would have
drivers.
broke the record for most titles.
Yeah.
Titles.
Fair.
And basically,
Can I
he had
ask?
to win.
Sorry. Can I ask a question real quick? Is it? That's not what I'm going to ask. But yeah, is it points based as well, the same way football and rugby is, or is it like just if you get first place, like?
It's points based. Basically, 25 points are awarded for first place.
Okay.
20. I think it's 20 points for second place.
So.
18 for third, and it goes down
to 1.
until like 1 point for 10, and everywhere below 10 is no points.
No points, yeah. Oh, it's a fast slap, you have to win as well.
1 point. You get 1 point if you get fastest lap, but you do have to be beaten top 10.
Oh, so okay, fair enough. That normally is the case.
So what if I was like 11th, but I had the fastest lap, no points?
No one cares.
Yeah, no
No one cares.
You know what?
it's a weird rule, I know.
I'll be so annoyed.
but in all fairness, though, if you're below 10, you're not going to get fastest. I'll be very surprised if you get fastest lap, unless something's happened on a regular flag or something like that. I would be very surprised if you are getting a fastest lap below 10. That means your car is below 50% of the pack, personally. Anyway, go back to how I got into
Sorry.
No, that's fine. I watched Hamilton had to win the last 3 races to win the championship, right? And he won the last 2 going into the Abu Dhabi, and I was giving to Chay. I was like, come on, he is gonna absolutely smash Max, and Max is gonna cry, and all the fans are gonna cry about it. It's not good. And then literally, I'm watching Abu Dhabi and this race, and Hamilton absolutely murders the first. How long was the race? Let's say 50 minutes, right? 48 minutes, Hamilton murders it. Obviously, Max Verstappen, I might be getting it wrong. Max Verstappen was definitely second, but he wasn't. I remember Hamilton was like 20 seconds ahead. It was a big 8 seconds ahead. And it must have been, what was it like the last 2 laps?
Last
I don't even like Hamilton, but this was
last 5, I think, because that's roughly how I remember.
At the time, I didn't really understand all the rules of it. And basically, one of the, is it the teeth?
Oh my god, yes.
And you're probably one of the worst drivers in F1 I've ever seen
in F1 history, yeah.
And basically, he crashes his car, right? And basically, what happens then, correct me if I'm wrong, probably is, yellow flag comes out.
Yeah.
And basically,
safety
car deployed. Basically, have to all line up against each other. And
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, it's
just explain this to me. So the safety car comes out, they got to line up behind each other.
Yeah, well, they have to go like 10 miles an hour, however slow they have to go.
So wait,
they don't stop, they have to just go on the track slowly.
That's fine. What I mean is, so does that mean the person that is at the back and who was kind of falling behind catches up now?
Yeah.
Unless they're a lap behind, then they've caught up, yes. But it's the same thing. This is why I never understood, right? Hamilton was 20 seconds ahead with 5 laps to go, right? Unless he does something clearly wrong, he's won. Without a doubt. But now the safety car has come in, they're all back to go again. So when the light goes green, it's 1-on-1 back to Verstappen. And at the same time, Hamilton's team and strategy went 5 laps ago, we can do this, we can make it to the end on these wheels. Which obviously makes Hamilton slower, but because he was literally 20 seconds ahead, that basically, normally pit stop is what? Between 13 to 18 seconds?
Yeah, normally, yeah.
I might
to
these
go,
numbers might
to
be
go
wrong.
into the pit lane, change your tyre, and then come out the pit lane,
Yeah, I think yeah, but I might be wrong, but normally it's that range. So they were definitely right. Mercedes were right to just keep going. They were, in my opinion, they were correct to what they're doing. But obviously they should have probably realised if a yellow flag happens, we are finished.
Yeah.
Because of I'm pretty sure yellow flag happened, Max gets his tyres changed.
Yeah.
Almost
He switches
instantly.
to the soft content.
Just basically, so helpful. There's hard, medium, and soft, and basically soft tyres come in, and basically Max comes in last corner. So the green flag goes from the yellow flag. Last corner, you think Hamilton's going to win, and then Max just smashes it.
That's
To be fair, I am fully I understand why everyone thinks that race is super dodgy. Because to be fair, there was some liberal interpretation of the rules.
One more thing actually as well. They could have finished that race on a yellow flag.
okay.
They can do that, right? But it's the last race of the season. They basically were saying this is boring. But who wants to finish the race?
Yeah.
On a season where Max and Lewis have been like that the entire race, let them face at the end. But the thing is though, is that everyone in that stand, they race it 1-on-1. Max could have been because the tyre changes.
Yeah.
And just as soon as they're like, yeah, we're gonna play it, I went, well, it's done. It doesn't matter who and what happens. Hamilton will when it happens. And literally the last second of the lap. It was like half a lap, wasn't it? Not than that.
It was a full lap.
Was it a full lap?
Yeah,
Hamilton was really ahead for just the entire lap. He was pacing it out, and then literally last corner on Max does it.
Fair.
Now,
I'm sorry, I'm a Max fan.
Well, you know what I was thinking through that? At first I was thinking everyone's complicated as hell.
It is. It's just different flags and stuff, but it's just us.
When you learn it, I guess you learn it.
Yeah, you learn it.
I was very angry, but because I couldn't understand how someone could be 20 seconds ahead, but someone else crashes, and then that shuffle.
You know what?
And
That's the fun of the game, though. That's the game.
That wasn't fun.
The race.
It's fun for me.
Alright, so there is one thing we did right before half time. Part 1, part 2.
Yeah.
That I want to know because I like watching you lose. It brings me joy. I'm gonna get you to try 30 seconds on the clock. See how many you can name.
All the drivers.
All the drivers.
I really hope you get it wrong.
If he doesn't, that is your problem.
I really.
And do you know what? If he doesn't, and you win,
there is no way I'll win. By the way, one because he's already heard me say them.
But if you win,
you've got to name 20 of them, 20 drivers.
Yeah, 20 drivers.
You know what?
You get.
No
I
idea.
think about 10 because I named 4 or 5 teams and a few others.
You know what? So if you win,
Yeah.
I will. I'm gonna regret saying it, but it's fine.
You can say, I'm not going to, but you can say.
I will pay for the next time you got film the entire thing
Yeah,
from empty to full.
sound. I take it,
Like-
still, but Chay was smashing it.
They should.
I'm not paying for
Chay,
you because I know you're not winning.
drivers.
Yes, I do.
Exactly.
Just name them all because I don't want to pay for it.
Yes, I do.
All right, Chay, we'll have you start in 5,
Time up.
4. Well, timer here, by the way. 3, 2, 1, go.
Michael Schumacher, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen, Lando Norris, Nicky Lauda, James Hunt, Ayrton Senna, Alan Prost, Mark Webber, Sebastian Vettel, Fernando Alonso, Kimi Raikkonen, Nico Rosberg, Juan Manuel Fangio, James Hunt, Phil Hill, Graham Hill, Jacques Villeneuve, Didier Pironi, Gilles Villeneuve.
I stopped counting. I lost count.
4, 3.
2.
I won!
One.
I know the one!
Wait. The rules weren't said from the set.
What?
I was named current drivers.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I named. Yeah, but.
You didn't name current drivers. You said.
Yeah, I did. I named Max Verstappen, Lewis Hamilton.
No, only current drivers.
You didn't say that!
I know.
You know what?
I was. Your first one was so like this. I was like,
But
what?
hold on.
You'll see my face thinking, wait, what? I can say other people. I do
No,
not.
you should have clarified the rules!
No, we're just
Children.
Reload it.
Oh my god. Now you gave me time to think, but fine. He wants to be loaded.
No,
so that's
only
his
because
problem.
if I get beat, let me beat fair and square. Don't beat me by one.
Okay.
Under the same rules in this.
Fine. We'll go again. Current drivers.
On the F1 grid today.
And you know what,
We'll
Chay?
get it in 30 seconds.
Please do me this favor back in editing. Put like his list here, and then put your list here.
Or
Because-
put mine
actually just-
one of the corners. One of the corners.
Yeah, numbers.
So we know we've got all my face and the number, so we know what it is. And I
Fair.
can see.
Just like capture this.
Yeah.
Just the face
Oh,
of these on.
the audios have no idea.
So you know what?
Basically, Chay is one. Basically, that's the main thing.
If you want to know what we are pointing at, what pictures we're talking about, what we're doing, please go check out FlicksnFields on YouTube. Subscribe, like what's it called? Comment, like, notification bell, because you see when it comes up, you'll be the first person to watch it. And you know what?
Comment now.
If you were the first person to watch and comment it, there's nothing to win yet because we ain't got the money. But at some point there will
You're
be.
gonna get it. You're gonna get it.
Like we will say your name, or like we'll give you we in our hearts. We in our hearts will love you for eternity.
100%, yeah.
I got you.
What would you call whichever one?
Alright, Chay, you ready?
Alright.
We'll go again. Current in
Current
3,
drivers.
Yes.
2, 1, go.
Nico Hulkenberg, Kevin Magnussen, Max Verstappen, Sergio Perez, Lewis Hamilton, Valtteri Bottas, George Russell, Lando Norris, Oscar Piastri, Esteban Ocon, Pierre Gasly, Joe Guan Yu, Yuki Tsunoda, Daniel Ricciardo.
Yes, loving this time wasting. Come on, yes. I know he's missing a few.
Logan Sargent.
Damn it. That's the one.
You have literally 7 seconds.
Yes.
5,
No pressure. No
4,
pressure. Come on.
3,
2.
2, 1.
Fernando Alonso!
You know what?
Damn it!
I think you got caught that one just in time.
Oh, Lance Stroll! I forgot Lance Stroll!
You know what?
I definitely lost, but that was so much better.
You know what?
Like, I definitely
To be
lost.
fair, most people don't even remember Lance Stroll.
No.
You know what?
He's dad.
Take the wins that you can get them.
No, he definitely beat me, but the pressure is
I
crazy.
beat you twice!
The pressure is mad.
When you have a timer and just
The
count it.
pressure is mad.
But yeah, okay, so now I know you lost. I can be happy with that. Okay, who do you support? Because we've been naming drivers this whole time, naming teams this whole time, but I have no idea who you support because you wanted me to pick one. But I want to know who you guys follow. When the like nights turn green and they start going, who are you winning? Huh?
We've got to say lights out, where we go.
It's lights out and away we go!
That was really good, but you have no idea how good that was.
That means,
I almost sounded exactly like Crofty.
Yeah.
that means absolutely nothing to me. You could shout that in my ear and I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyway,
who just support
I
Chay?
support you.
Max Verstappen, and my favourite constructors is Red Bull.
Is that what you call teams constructors?
Yeah.
Constructors, yeah.
I wouldn't say I have a favourite driver per se, but my team is Ferrari. That is the team I follow. I decided in the
Who's
20.
your driver?
The driver, I follow Leclerc and Sainz. They're my 2 drivers that I'll follow. Whatever happens to them, I'll follow them. But obviously, I chose that team since the season of 2022.
Mm-hmm.
I went, cool, Ferrari is my team. And if they're great, great. If they're bad, they're bad.
So if you're
Just
like,
for the record, for all of our non-F1 fans
Yeah.
watching, Cal just basically admitted he's
alright, so I know we've been speaking a lot about like the teams you love. You named your however many that was. I stopped counting because it got confusion.
I'm pretty sure I named like almost 40 or maybe 50, I don't know.
40, man.
It was not 40,
It was
but you're going to count that.
It was up, it was
It's gonna be like
up.
7.
That was
You're gonna be
not
like
that high.
5. You're gonna be like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the point?
Yeah.
But okay, so I personally want to know because I'm gonna choose one. I want to know who you support, what drove you.
That's
Like,
fair.
so
Come on. What drove you? Come on.
absolutely not.
No, that's bad. That's bad. You know.
Okay, so Chay being our guest, let me first start our guest.
Well-
Who do you support?
I'm a big Max Verstappen fan, also a big Red Bull fan. They're the first real team I followed since, of course, the Sebastian Vettel days, or whatever you called them.
It's Sebastian Vettel in my head, and that's what we're gonna do. I don't care. I honestly don't care.
Fair enough.
We're gonna live with it because that is his name now.
That's fair. For me, the team I support is Ferrari And then the two drivers they have is Sainz and Leclerc. Now I follow them mostly. When that 21 season finished, I was fuming. I basically went, I'm going to choose a team, and I don't care if they're good or bad, I'm just going to stick by them. And in 2022, I chose Ferrari, and that may have not been my greatest decision.
Fair.
But the worst thing is though, is that they're not the worst team on the grid. They were fighting for second, but watching them race is so painful because of basically they're just different strategy basically, and they're just not very good at it, and it's sad.
So okay, in terms of like,
they go through the entire alphabet worth of plans.
yeah, so
plan Z. I know, plan AA now.
There's no way to go. You know what? If it seems that bad, quit. Like, take a nap. You have enough money.
Not in the car, because
you know what? So I'm not pad up. It's fine.
Yeah, so you've got Red Bull for Chay and then me for Ferrari. You've got other teams. If I was probably going to choose again, I would probably say McLaren. Actually, fair. The one driver you do know is Lando Norris. You said you know. Or name who you know.
I literally know 3. Lando, Verstappen, and Hamilton. That's
right, so Max Verstappen, you can join the boring club and do and win everything. It's boring. Hamilton is at the same. He's leaving. I can't believe this, but he's leaving to go to Ferrari.
That was such a bombshell when I heard that.
So he literally no Hamilton. He went to Ferrari, which is
I know that part, but like, why is that such a?
Because basically he's been with Mercedes.
He won 6 out of his 7 championships with Mercedes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's like it was like Ronaldo leaving. I know it's like Mexican boss. That's what it was like.
Yeah.
But it was great for me. It's crazy. But so then you got either no follow Mercedes because Hamilton would go. So if you're trying to follow a driver, Max Verstappen you can do Red Bull, or Lando Norris you can become McLaren. That could be. For me, you'll have to find out later with some of the predictions. I think they're going to be a great team this season.
I think McLaren have like the most fans out of any F1 team, besides
because Norris is funny, isn't he?
Yeah, McLaren's been around forever as well.
Fair, yes, fair.
I know nothing about any of these teams, so I would honestly like. Do you know what's the dials? Like when it's like you press it and then like it spins and picks one.
Yeah, I will. No, I think let's say give you McLaren. If you're McLaren, I'll be Ferrari, and Chay's Red Bull. We're all against each other then. We're not all the same team.
Fair.
And then we can check in, I don't know, after the season or a bit of both. And also, we could do the F1 Fantasy if we fancied it.
Fair. Wait, so F1 Fantasy kind of like football fantasy?
Exactly. It's pretty much exactly the same. All you've got to do is you pick 5 drivers and 2 constructors, basically, and you get a budget of 100 million. So kind of, obviously, Max is like 30 million, so you can't have like Max, Hamilton, Leclerc, which are the best drivers one there. You have to almost edge and buy it. But just saying, I've done this for the last 2 years with Chay and our friend Sean. Me.
Fair.
2-0.
Yeah.
2-0.
Yeah,
Rated.
you won the second.
You know what?
Right, and also, right, they're the same team for like 6 weeks.
You know what? I would join it purely to beat you.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's tough.
PSA. I actually do like him. I realized half of us said I mean like I want you to lose. I want to beat you.
No, but it's
like we're actually friends.
Everything you said, I agree with you. Is like, I would love to see you lose. That's like, I would go out of my way to see you lose.
Okay, that's the fun. No. Okay, you know what? So I was talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about this in your car on the way here. Because we don't live in this room.
Surprise.
Yeah, that's your band.
So there's what's it called? So there's a question that Cal told me about, and I don't know about F1. So obviously, me knowing that you like it, I don't know about it. So like one of Chay would know. So I'm going to put it up.
The
question.
So is this being going around on Twitter?
Don't look at the screen, Chay.
No, it doesn't give me the answer. Basically, go around on Twitter. Who would be a millionaire?
Alright.
Is basically there's been a question for 125k. The question was for. Do you know the answer to it? The question is, in the Formula 1 race, what does the blue flag mean when it has been shown to a driver? A, returns the pits immediately. B, slow moving vehicle ahead. C, the track is slippery. Or D, a faster car is trying to overtake.
Faster car is trying to overtake.
In theory, get time to say like put the options up or nothing like that. Be just words.
But anyway, you're so much fun to play.
Oh.
God. But yeah, that one I needed for 125k. So if you know, it's crazy. Isn't it?
That's not 125k question. That's quite
Well,
easy.
it was on the show.
No, but that's. No, it definitely is.
Do you know how well he knows the sport? The answer wasn't on the screen we're looking at.
Yeah.
We just accepted that it was right and moved on.
Oh, do you know, I researched before.
I accepted it was right. Because I don't think I asked you for the answer.
No.
So I just went fair and I went back like,
fair.
the seventh, you know what? Fair play, Chay. You know what? Cool.
Future
So-
me, fact check myself. Do I look like an idiot?
I'm gonna get
Do I
If
look
you're
like
wrong-
No, if you're, I know it's not, but if he wasn't, he's hilarious.
Okay, so now, obviously, given the fact that you said Ashley McLaren,
Yeah.
I want to know if I have a chance of winning. Because I hate losing with a solid passion.
Alright,
So I want to know what like your predictions are
okay.
for the upcoming season. You said it's next week, right?
Yeah, it starts Saturday.
This Saturday.
Saturday.
So, but when this comes out, we have Saturday previously,
Mm.
and then the next Saturday, there's actually a double race weekend. So
Okay,
So this weekend's a race, and also next weekend's a race as well. So it's
Cool.
really cool.
okay. So wait, so
So we can.
as in
we can-
Saturday, as in like
This Saturday.
So
3 days
March,
from
March
now.
the 2nd, and
Yeah.
then March the 9th.
so yeah, like you said, Saturday prior. Okay, so I want to know your predictions. Do I have a chance? Do I stand on the top of that podium?
Maybe not in the early season,
No, that's great.
but I definitely think McLaren have got going for them this
Agreed.
season. Because last season they were only one of two teams to beat Red Bull. Granted, it was only a sprint race win.
That's Red Bull, Oh, yeah, but basically, to win the race at all last season, only Red Bull won. Max Verstappen won about 75% of the
But Ferrari
things.
won at Singapore.
Yay. Anyway.
Oh come on! That was a good
Basically,
victory.
Max won pretty much every single race apart from literally, I think,
Perez
Perez won one, Sainz won one. I think
Perez won two.
Perez won two and Sainz won. Was it Sainz? Wasn't it? Was it
Yes,
Sainz?
Sainz won one. Yeah.
That was it. And then also some of the races, the sprint races. It was basically just about sprint races.
Basically, a sprint race is half a Grand Prix. Basically, it's
A Grand Prix is a race.
I know that
Oh,
part.
I'm just checking.
What's that? You said it's half a Grand Prix. I don't know how long a Grand Prix is.
a Grand Prix can range anywhere between 48 laps, 52 laps, or something even 72 laps.
Just put time on their hands.
Oh yeah.
Go on.
Time.
Oh yeah. Time.
Ridiculous.
Don't tell them some races last 24 hours. Don't tell them that.
I hope you know, no matter if I choose a team, I won't stay with them for hours.
No, yeah, I'll have
But basically, a sprint race is it's half a Grand Prix, and half points are awarded to the top 8. And the final sprint race in Qatar, Oscar Piastri, on his rookie season, by the way, managed to keep a very pissed off. Censor that. Me. a very angry Max Verstappen behind him to basically.
This doesn't seem, the way he's saying it, a rookie came in, yes, he smashed every division beneath F1 I've ever seen.
Yeah.
They were ridiculous. He was doing so well,
Mhm.
and he came in, and he didn't do a great start, but then back in, it got to this race, and he just, defended Max, he wasn't Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is the best driver on the grid.
Right.
And it's not even a question about it. There isn't a question about it.
Yeah.
So they keep him behind you, and he can't. And the thing is, Max Verstappen is so aggressive to get past anyone, right? He can start at 17th and he can finish first. That's how aggressive he is.
Let me ask the question real quick. Is the reason he's so good because of him or because of the car?
That is
the question.
That is to be fair. The reason why a lot of people ask that question is obviously. You have certain drivers who are in certain cars, and obviously they're at the back. They get laps off. They're half.
Yeah, just because your car.
But in some cases, yes, the car plays a bigger role than the driver.
Personally, for me, I think it's 60-40 towards the car.
Okay.
Because I think
it's 50-50.
only reason I say that, right, is because if your car is one of the better cars on the track, on the straight and the corners.
I will say, I think that changes season to season.
Fair enough then.
Because if we're talking the Hamilton era of domination, I would say that is more 60-40.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I think if your car is just that good, you're nowhere near it. But yeah, we saw that when we went to Belgium.
Yeah.
We were in the 2022 season.
Wait, which was Belgium?
In 2022. This was August, and it was me, Chay, and our friend Sean. As I got into it, I was like, do you know what, I really want to go. And one of the best tracks in the world is the Spa.
Spa-Francorchamps, it's in Belgium, yeah. It's fantastic
incredible.
track. Great history behind it.
Honestly, after you said the word track, I was like, spoke to Spa.
The cucumbers, man.
Yeah. I don't understand the cucumber thing though. Like, why have I got cucumbers?
No, it's just,
It's just a
Do you think what? Bleep that. Because I'm not having every white man come for me and bleep what I just said to you.
Let me all bleep, this is.
Oh.
God's sake.
I'm not being attacked on the street. Bleep this too.
Rather than just cut it. Something
Just mute this section and put stuff over our mouth.
Yeah.
And anyway, and then bring back in right now. Anyway, go on.
But
Belgium was very good.
yeah, Belgium was very good. But what Chay short is the best cars get the best drivers.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Hamilton. It's not as much as a lot of Hamilton haters would like to, say, me included. He is well deserving of that greatest of all time title.
He is definitely up. You think he is it? Just Schumacher can beat him.
That's the thing. I'm going to go on a bit of a tangent, but in Formula One, saying who the greatest of all time is actually a much harder question than it would be for, say, football.
That's
Football
tough.
It is a lot harder to decide who the greatest of all time is compared to football or.
Yeah, fair. Messi's.
We're not doing this right now.
We're not doing that.
Next episode.
Next episode.
Not this again.
But what I mean by that is the sport of football hasn't changed that much since.
He's correct.
Since the 50s.
He is right. I love football, but the way F1 changes season by season.
If we put an F1 car from the 50s to say a car next to an F1 season from nowadays,
It's dangerous.
and if you put a
I saw Ferrari. I know it's dangerous.
and let's say if you take the greatest of all time from say the 50s, Juan Manuel Fangio, the greatest of all time, he won the championship 5 times, very impressive. If you put someone from the 50s in today's car, could they put in the same level of performance they put in back then?
The G-force created the difference. I think that car would be very, very bad because of the people don't understand how hard F1 car driving is.
Especially
the G-force and the heat of that in that driver's seat.
I've heard people do interviews about it. I talk about it, yeah.
And their reactions. I think it'd actually almost be dangerous for that person in that car, personally.
Yeah, especially since Fangio was quite he didn't have the racing driver's physique. He was quite fat.
Fair. So obviously we do love a good tangent, but I still want to know who you guys think are coming out on top. So we'll start with the driver. What driver do you think?
I think there's no question it's Max Verstappen. There is no one on that grid that's going to win that apart from him. For me, I think it's done now.
Yeah, I
call the season now. Max Verstappen as well.
Okay, so
with that as well.
How much he'll dominate? We can't really predict that, but
every race. I'm bored of Max.
That's you know what? If that does happen, then that is I think Max.
It's gonna have
in GOAT territory.
It's gonna become so much. I think now is that I can't see anyone hitting Max. And
so what?
Maybe basically there's gonna be big changes in 2026 to the cars and the rosters, right? That is when someone either next year Hamilton has a go at Max next year at Ferrari, or 2026 when everything changes, but. For right now, I can't see anyone being Max Verstappen in the next 4 years.
Definitely not right now.
You know what? My thing is, I feel like it will be another Max Verstappen situation where someone comes in and...
Maybe, I hope so, but there's no one that we know.
Yeah.
There are some rookies in the pipeline who people say could be the next Max Verstappen.
Well, the person racing.
Then tell them to hurry up, and if I'm going to choose McLaren, better damn well come to McLaren.
You've got 2 very, very, very good drivers.
Yeah.
You've got Lando and Piastri beat Max. That's what I'm saying. Piastri, we just spoke about, is McLaren.
That's the rookie that
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So, but with that, I think the constructor will be Red Bull as well, because Max with every race, amount of points, constructors will win.
Fair.
Yeah, Red Bull win constructors.
If we're trying to find someone to beat Max,
yeah,
and obviously we spoke about Piastri.
Piastri. Yeah.
So we spoke about him, about how he was rookie to how Max back. So I'm assuming the fact he's still racing means he's improved a solid amount. So who would you say is the most improved driver? Because right now, at this point, this is just me learning about F1.
What do you think?
So I'm going to be in it. I need to know.
Quick fire. What do you think? That to be
going to be most improved.
Most improved? I think... I'm going to give a top 3 for what I think we're going to do.
One.
Just one.
Just one.
Alright, okay. Straight off the gate, Lando Norris. I think he's going to win a race this year. I think he's going to... I think out of all the drivers, I think he's probably one of the most, I'd say, talented. I think he's got very good driving style. He obviously knows that McLaren inside and out because he's very loyal to McLaren.
He's had a big deal for no reason.
Yeah, he's had a massive.
You know, he could have gone to anywhere pretty much he wanted, right? And he chose to stick with McLaren, and knowing that Paris is the best. For me, the most improved driver.
I'm going to
have to back it.
You know, Lando.
I'm going to go with Sainz.
Oh!
I'm going to hate it. So Sainz is the second driver on Ferrari, and he's getting replaced next season by Hamilton. And I've got a feeling he's going to absolutely smash this season. It's going to pain me. He's going to go to another driving, and he's going to really.
You think he's going to beat Leclerc in the driver's stand?
I think he's going to smash. I think he'll actually have more points. Or he could this season have more points than Leclerc, and there'll be questions why.
The question is, how big do you think the gap between the two will be?
Can they not keep 3? Just have one race?
Only have to drive. That never happen. They're too good of a driver not to race.
Yeah.
For any team, I think I'm expecting. I think one of the two will be a big jump, but I think it's just being Sainz.
Okay. So would you say that? Obviously, I know we spoke about how much of a bombshell Hamilton going from Mercedes
to Ferrari.
So would you say that's the biggest surprise in the F1 year? So
I think nothing will beat that unless Max Verstappen this season isn't good. Unless
to be fair, the season's been filled with a lot of surprises, and the season hasn't even begun yet officially.
Very true.
Then I love doing alternate. I love doing one of the other double advocate labs. So outside of the biggest surprise and what we're excited for, what would you say is the craziest prediction you're gonna have? What would you say is gonna be your biggest letdown? What's both?
Craziest prediction, biggest letdown. Ooh.
The biggest letdown for me this season, Perez. 100%. He will not be the driver he has been for the last 2 seasons.
Still in the
Perez is Max is number 2. So he has a great car.
I would hate to be number 2 in that team.
Trust me. Many have tried.
He has been. He's done really well in the championship against Max, against Hamilton sometimes. But for me, I think this is his down year. I think for at some point I thought he was a very good driver, but I think now
Do you think they might sign what's it called? Get rid of him and sign Sainz, and that could be the
be. I would really hate that.
I
so much hate that.
I'm gonna back Cal and say I was gonna say something different originally, but I think Cal's convinced me. Yeah, biggest letdown will be Sergio Perez. I think
and what's crazy, he won 2 races last season, so for us to say that he's a big shout to us, that's what we're saying. It's such a big thing.
I think Perez, he's a great driver. He's a great defensive driver. Mm-hmm. He's got a very nice, smooth driving style. He knows how to look after his tyres.
Sorry, that felt like an infomercial about him. Just great driver, and it's like his information.
It's like a Tinder.
But it felt like literally like great driver. They talk about tyres. Like it felt like you were picturing it. I don't know. Yeah, just 2 dogs. Like,
But with all the rumours going around about who's going to replace him, you've got, I think, there's been rumours about Albon replacing him, Ricciardo replacing, Sainz replacing him.
There is a question. No idea who these people are. Basically, in the world of F1, there is known that Sainz is leaving Ferrari because of Hamilton's going there, and there is wind that Perez is going to leave.
To nowhere.
No one knows.
No one knows.
Everyone knows that he's going to leave, but no one knows how they're going to replace him, basically.
Okay.
So there's every driver that does well, he's going to Red Bull. The thing is, though, that car is very, very, very good. So any drive that will prove the theory that how
And
good
the
the car was.
And the thing is, there are so many drivers in the pipeline who are waiting to take Perez's spot.
Almost that aren't even on the grid.
Like there's a ton of rookies, there's a ton of drivers on the current grid. Like I mentioned Alex Albon, Daniel Ricciardo, Carlos Sainz, obviously.
Was good, But so for this season, what is your crazy prediction then for this?
My crazy prediction. My crazy prediction is Fernando Alonso is going to retire.
Wow.
Don't know who it is.
That's one of the best drivers that isn't Hamilton.
I think.
Okay.
And he's like 40 something, so he's old.
Okay, so he's
old.
Yeah.
Like it would still be a shock though, because I think for me, I'm going George Russell win.
Oh, you get to.
Do you know what?
Win.
When we do this, when we do this again,
we can almost rewatch this next year or end the season.
And when the season comes, we record that episode. I'm gonna know about this, and I'm gonna be like, oh my god. But for right now, I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah.
My prediction is that Sainz is gonna go to Red Bull and Perez leaves.
And I'll be so upset.
And I will laugh
So
in
we
face.
might not find that out until even this time next year. So we might.
Fair. But yeah, that has been a little F1 download, a little part 1, part 2. Get to see the person behind the camera. Magic vibes. The one that put the money in my hand if you actually did it. You
know the man behind the camera is Chay. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much.
FlicksnFields.
Mm-hmm.
Please like, subscribe. Follow all our socials on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, X, we would call it.
All of them.
So leave a rating if you're on the Spotify or Apple Music, wherever you listen to podcasts.
Follow it, like it, all of the above. Make it your favorite. Listen to it when you jog, when you drive, when you're walking, when you're in the office, in a meeting, on the toilet. I know people listen to podcasts on the toilet.
And depending on when you're watching this, did any of our predictions come true?
Fact.
That's true.
If they didn't, we'll never watch F1 again.
No. If they didn't, oh well. But yeah, let us know you saw it. Be that first person to comment.
Yeah.
Let us know. This was great. Like, my life has changed. I feel different.
Because of you guys, I've changed.
Yeah, honestly, let us know. But anyway, thank you so much. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, follow on all your podcast and platforms. Bit early chain. But yeah, we've been FlicksnFields. Thanks, guys.
Cool.